Just an idea. Pretty far out idea here. Tessie's cooking, guys. Tessie's cooking. You see it on the chart. You can hear my voice. But look, I bought Tesla there, not that you care, but there is a level here that was a pretty good level to buy off of. This gap up over the weekend was a pretty good deal, pretty good sign. And now the question is, well, there's really no question because SPY just had a little pump, which I assume was CPI, but I don't really care exactly what it was. And then I don't really have to worry about Tesla at this point. I can just sell it when it goes back below where I bought it. SPY looks like it's sort of hanging out under this level, the all-time highs level. Bitcoin, big gap up. Do I feel stupid selling out all my Bitcoin? Of course I do. But you know what? There'll be another flag and there'll be another opportunity. And Ethereum is just rocking. That one I do feel stupid for not getting into. Given I told you guys, like I do for a number of different stocks, that Ethereum is probably going to be cooking. All right. Talked about semis. Some names are doing well. Some are digesting. A-Lab NVIDIA, the strongest, of course. AMW holding up. Software names, on the other hand, just getting wrecked. NOW below the 200. Twilio getting wrecked. All these sort of AI affected stocks. MongoDB down. There's this thing called Base 44 that came out that allows you to build a database, basically, if you're a retard. So that's not good for MongoDB. I think Wix just bought them for 88 million 3 months ago. So basically, technically, really hate when there's a gap down on earnings. It just keeps going down. Sezzle going down even more. Actually, got to remember to reply to that guy about Sezzle. Guys, I do reply to the YouTube comments. YouTube is home base here. YouTube is definitely home base. Okay, sort of a cryptic reply, but that's reasonable. All right. So there's not a lot of stocks going up. There's a handful. We're just sort of hanging out. It's mainly Ethereum, BMNR, kind of yucky, Wick. This is Ethereum. Bitcoin gave it all up too. So, I mean, SPY is pretty wicky too. Hood's working awesome as well. Back to all-time highs. But there's a limited number of names. Very limited. Palantir turned over a little bit too. This is the name I want to be patient and just let it come out of this base. Palantir, good short setup yesterday. This is just following the market here. You can see how it was relatively weak compared to the market. SPY did come down a little bit. Yeah. Palantir might come down to here. But yeah, we don't have to worry about this. Cyber's not doing well. Rubric, CrowdStrike's. Home builders are actually doing okay. Not great. And then these meme stocks are just going crazy. SOS, wheat stocks are, got another deregulating, reclassifying situation. Some more home builders, LEN, DHI, TOL, THM, PHM. Just let them base a little bit. AMD is still super in play. Market's just a little not quite ready yet. Even SoFi sort of came back a little bit. Even I wouldn't want to hold a short through this. Would be great to add to Tesla at some point, but I don't see now being the time. Google. Pretty awesome. Could be an ad opportunity here. It's pretty tight inside days. Duolingo got owned. App 11. Doing awesome here. Reddit doing awesome. KLab doing awesome. They're all gone, but you can't buy them now. But they are an indicator of maybe it's going to be okay. But the main thing is there's so many gap ups on earnings that people just sold those down. And even the earnings sell-offs came down as well. So you just got to chill at this point, in my personal opinion. Even though I did buy Tesla, keep in mind I bought it here and I risked here. So it's up like 9 times, almost 10 times what I risked. And if you can make that work, 1 out of 7 times you're making money. Fisker came down as well. Fix though, this is interesting. Maybe 709 is pretty interesting here. This thing is holding, even though it's kind of a liquid, really liquid. AMD, let the 50 catch up. Meta, maybe 778. This isn't even close to level, this high. If it can get over that. Not that I personally like to buy off levels like that, but you could. Rambus looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, is that on here? BWXT looks pretty beautiful. Just a lot of inside days. Wolf Iron sold off. Pretty big day compared to Iron actually. And Wolf came after this earnings, so it's just kind of a wiki stock. I don't love it, but Las Vegas Sands is still interesting. It's just such a slow mover. DraftKings might be buyable off this 50. But again, it's an earnings reaction, so I don't know that you want to buy that. KTOS is holding up here. It's good news. Again, pretty liquid. Shopify needs to go sideways a little bit, and then 155 is the level up here. Roblox sold off, but kind of holding. Doesn't look like something that's super bullish given there's these wicks on top. It's hard to be negative when it just keeps going up, but remember DKS, you know, there are times when stocks, I mean, this is not a good example, but, you know, the end of 22, stuff went up. Okay. We can look at 5 years one day. All the way back here. Look at the volume here. Gap down on earnings, went up on volume, and then just boom. So, in the opposite manner, you got massive volume, you gap up, and then you're sold off. You know, why doesn't this go down to 100 or more? This could be the high. So look, market's open. I'm just watching this Tessie as an indicator. It looks like it's getting sold off, as is market a little bit. Tessie would make sense as to why it would get sold off more, because it's not, you know, Mr. Macro. Could I add here, risking here? I could. Am I going to? I don't know. Maybe. I kind of would want it to come down to like 341, which I can see over here. So I'll keep an eye on that. Price action isn't great, guys. There needs to be like 10 charts that have gone sideways that are building bases. Wolf looks fine, but there's not a lot of stocks that are that exciting. And again, QQQ looks like this. We've just went up so much. Mag 7 is leading the market, and a bunch of gap downs on earnings. Duolingo gap us up that led to selling off. There's just not a lot of bullish indicators. SMCI down, coin, Eli Lilly, FTNT. There's tons of gap downs. AVGO, CRDO, Palantir. There's a small handful of stocks that are keeping the market stay up. So, if you were in Ethereum, great. But otherwise, it's just not the best time. Sorry, I got distracted by Tesla again here. Pretty awesome opportunity around here, but what are you going to do? It looked like SPY was going to roll over another 5%, 3%. NASDAQ's still crowded on the long side. The Russell's crowded on the short side. So this is probably going to go up and NASDAQ's going to go down. This is kind of unexpected, this move up. Software stocks have got a bottom at some point, but Mag 7 has to consolidate. Remember Apple 2023? Just trending, and then it cracks. So it went sideways for almost a full year here, more than a year. So yeah, GoDaddy just got wrecked. So go into cash if you're getting stopped out. Look for maybe software stocks to find a bottom. I mean, that's not to say you want to buy those, but that's what we're looking for happen. These to reach a bottom, Mag 7 stuff to go sideways. Watching gold. Bitcoin wick. Doesn't look horrible, but yeah. Silver kind of holding up. All right, now Tesla's getting interesting for an ad right here. This is kind of what I'm looking for, to buy here and then sell. Okay, I bought one, I hope. And then I don't want to, so I bought that at 341.46. So 340.46 is what I'm looking to sell at. Right here. 341.46, 936. Oh boy. I just don't love this because I want to get stopped out on half my position and I don't know how to do that. If I set a stop, it's going to stop me out on my full position. So don't love that. But you know what? Maybe that's just what I'll have to do. I don't want to be setting trigger orders or anything complicated here. I just want to keep it simple. Looks like this could be going lower. Okay. Just gotta let this thing be. I guess I have to put a stop in. Oh, man. Oh, you know what I could have done is not bought Tesla, but bought TSLL. That would have been the move. So maybe I'll do that actually. I'll just sell out of Tesla. Okay. Whatever. Nothing happened. Just remove that. TSLL. I want to buy 10 here. Or 8. Okay. And then the stop for this, if I bought that at 1307, would be 1295. Something like that. Okay. 1307, 8, 939. It's pretty annoying, but that's how actual trading is. It's pretty annoying. $13.07. Okay. Should I risk a little more? Probably. You know, probably. But it's not perfect. It is what it is. Joby still holding up. SoFi holding up. Oaklow could go lower. Remember, best longs came down here in April. So now we just gotta chill a little bit. That's all. That's all. Okay. So, what else to buy? Yeah, so that move was CPI, guys. Um, There's not a lot to buy right now. It's all good, but it's unfortunately the case. Biotech's ETF kind of holding up. Manufacturing, banking, all these different sectors, guys. ASDS had some earnings. I think I had something else. It's in the Rocket Lab bucket. So ASDS is a gap up. I don't want to buy that. Circle gap up. I don't want to buy that. SC gap up. I don't want to buy that. So yeah. Nothing super exciting to buy. Bitcoin's just kind of holding up, even though Ethereum went notable. All right, so that Tesla idea was stupid. $12.95, 8, 944. 8. $12.95. If it bottoms here, this is going to be a learning experience. So guys, MOSS, MSOS. Oh, it's a cannabis stock. Weed. You just gotta not get too excited about these. If it's a real thing, it'll tighten up, it'll go sideways. Okay. Remember last time we had Sezzle and Dave earnings and then just took off? Oddity. Now we're 30% up. It's gonna roll over or go sideways probably. Amazon, TTD selling off. This was one of the first earnings that gapped and sold off. Remember back here it was Spotify, SE, Netflix. Palantir. 22nd, Palantir's off to the races. 4.9 to 4.21. It's SPY was going down, Palantir was going sideways. SPY started to go up, Palantir took off. Damn, Tesla. Ouch. It's a tough time to buy stocks. Yeah. Not much to do here, guys. Unless you start shorting. Which you can. It's totally an idea. Food 2 holding up, but down here was time, of course. Rocket Lab is in the stratosphere. Nothing to do here. So this is 17% range. Remember when Apple moved back here? Actually, this is an interesting time, but this isn't what I meant to do. This move, 2023. NVIDIA, same thing. So it's probably going to go sideways for like a year. The software name rolling over, CRM, Salesforce. Things don't look great. I mean, it's pretty silly to buy the third green day in a row. Adding was stupid, but I had a tight stop. Now I'm still just holding until, 331. My stop's pretty much at flat, so. Could I have shorted up here instead of trying to add? Yeah. That would have been cool. That's really what I should be doing for these ads. Instead of looking for an ad spot, looking for, ways to box it, I guess is the word. So, live and learn. If you're holding from down here, this pivot, or of course from here, that's great, but I mean, $624 all the way down here. Yeah, I didn't buy Bitcoin until it was up here, 7 to 8, right here. So it was wild. IRIN went first, and then IBIT went. But I guess, yeah. I guess it's just surprising the minor went up so much. And then it did go up again, I guess, but it sold off a lot more than Bitcoin did. Bitcoin kind of held. AEVA just got wrecked. This thing could be a buy. So the only way to buy right now is against moving averages. Reddit was like the only one that actually worked. Celsius barely moved. Not really working. Maybe you should try to buy the bottom here, but not actually. Like, this thing just kept going. This thing's holding. You kind of need 2 days, right? So this is like, there's 2 days. So there's a day and there's another day. So it's just roll over. Yeah. Moving with rare earth MP. You can see that it looks good, but it's not just uranium, it's the rare earth stuff. Palantir, can't buy it here. APLT, don't love that. If it comes to this moving average like here and then holds up, that could be interesting, but nothing now. sort of rejecting. I don't know, guys. Definitely don't buy this. This thing's got to go sideways to be interesting. Datadog S&P illusion went down. Same thing with SMCI. CCJ doing awesome while uranium price is down a little. Sounds a little crazy. You know, normally like Exxon goes sideways and crude oil goes sideways. They sort of do the same thing. Don't want this, it's up too much. This is a liquid. BBAI, don't want anything to do with that. Nothing to do with BMNR. Believe it or not, guys, we're getting near the stop on Tesla. Pretty incredible. Okay. Gotta put a Tessie stop in because of how low Tesla went. But you know what? Live and learn. Shine the markets. This gap up on CPI, not on Tesla news, I guess was the tell. But man, tough buying environment. For sure. Okay. So this Roblox, guys, this thing at some point is going to roll over. So I think the question is when. And when it does, can you just hold it? I guess I'll just short it now, but I'm not really sure it's the right time to short it. This stop will be at 131.39. Right up here. Pretty tight stop, obviously, but you know, so be it. That's the price of the stop. It's a high price stop. 130.39 at 10:02. Like that. Okay. It is August, guys. Stuff does pull back in August. Yeah. Okay. Core weave. Kind of cruising up. APLD, I guess, moving with that. UNH. Oh, God. Okay, another one of these. Ignore that. USAR, quite the move. CSL can't buy that. And I did bounce, but just barely. Tesla is still green from yesterday. I don't know, guys. Whatever happened to NBIS? We just kept going. Galaxy. Holding in there. What about open door? Holding in there. ONDS. Big move. Heading higher on earnings. Let that thing close, but I guess that goes on here. Oh my god, it's so warm. Oh, what I really want is just this AC to start working, but we'll get to this. Yeah, more AC. Okay. BMNR is definitely not something I want to buy, but it's definitely being talked about. ARM, don't love that. PCHR is just getting wrecked more. What's Sims up to? Going down more. Okay. What else? Hood pacing out. So Roblox, this was negative earnings. Yet the move was a gap up. So that was a little weird. Some sort of algo situation. So Circle sold off on earnings. That was a no-brainer. What was the other one that was going up that I just put on here? ONDS. Now, this is a negative earnings too, just barely. You gotta think this is a tiny company though, so. You know what? Tesla stopped out. Pretty incredible round trip. 333, 7, 10, 11. Okay. Roblox is working though. Currently, I don't want to add to it because my stop's right here. This thing could definitely whipsaw right back up. But maybe today will be the day. I don't know. DBAI got wrecked. Hmm. God damn, guys, my internet is so bad. It's not actually bad, it just keeps disconnecting, which is almost worse than having it just be slow. It's almost worse. Absolutely ridiculous. Maybe you could short Carvana below 332. Nvidia hanging out here. Quantum got wrecked again. TMO. I don't know about this. And soon just ripped. Definitely don't want to buy BMR. Python ripped. Coin. Okay. So whatever happened with Metsi, that thing is going. That thing is going. Okay. Okay. Oh, blow. Probably not so special here. All right. Still in Roblox. Time to just let this play out, guys. I think, in terms of stocks to buy, not stocks that are just up, stocks to buy. Wow, BBI got wrecked on the earnings. So, can't buy ONDS. It's up too much. USAR. Can't buy that. So, let's look at the biggest names here. Probably looking at Tesla needs to digest now. Palantir needs to digest. AMD needs to digest. Robinhood's not quite there. LVS went today. So that's a slow mover. That could be one. LVS. This is a slow mover too. That could be LVS IBKR. Yeah. There's one. Oh boy. LVS IBKR. Fix. I want to buy DraftKings off that moving average straight after earnings. BIS is gone. BWXT is kind of digesting. Celsius is gone. Soxo's an ETF. KTOS is sideways. Neo got wrecked. RNBS. It's up there. webinars going in there. QBTS to want to buy quantum. Sim, I don't know what to do with that. Ignore that for now. Galaxy, ignore that for now. Index looks okay. Lemonade looks okay. BLT with CoreWeave, no. Com, no. Guess you could buy high volume close on Com. What's kind of going? Com. Maybe you. This is up on Rares. This is up on MP. So Com, MP. You, which is up on MP. Wolf looks just at earnings. I think that's it. Don't want USAR, it's up too much. Let's see. Yeah, maybe let's see. BBA got wrecked. BTS, no. GCQ's up too much. Let's see. AEVA. Yeah. Let's see an AEVA. Okay. Let's see. Those are the names. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys are awesome.